lovelies, welcome back to my channel. As I mentioned in my last video, we'll be discussing family-friendly accommodation in the UK. I've done the introduction last week where I talked about things that we need to consider. I mean, when we plan to move to the UK, but I didn't go into the details because I feel like it's a very, very broad topic and we need to do justice to it by breaking it down in parts. With me today, I have a very, very important guest with me. It's my first time having a guest on my channel, so I really, really appreciate this. I appreciate having this madam with me today. Meet my guest, Mrs. Tawakkal Akinwale. She's based in the UK as well, and she's been here for more than 2 years. I brought her here because I usually mention in my video that living in the UK or moving to the UK, we all have different experiences. So it is better we share our experiences. It's better we give advice based on our experience instead of just generalizing. So I brought her here today because I feel like she'll be able to share her own experience of getting accommodation in the UK. My own journey was different. There are many other people whose journey were also different. So it is better we have someone that has that first-hand experience of looking for accommodation in the UK, which is why she's here with me today. She's happily married. She's here with her family. And you know what this channel is all about? It is about advising us, encouraging us on how we can navigate life as a mom, as a family in the UK. So thank you so much, Ms. Tawakkal Akinwale. Today, I want us to look at some factors to consider when a family is planning to move to the UK. Like, how do they determine where to live? How do they search for accommodation? Do they have to wait until they move to the UK? There are so many things around. Oh, don't come with your family yet because of accommodation. What do you think about that? So I feel we should discuss things like this, and then some other things that I've noted in my book.
All right, thank you for having me on the session. As you said, my name is Tawakkal Akinwale. I live here in the United Kingdom. At least I've been here for like 2 years plus now, and I can tell when you're talking about accommodation and what you're to expect when searching for accommodation in the United Kingdom. Thank you.
Okay, so first and foremost, people move here with different visas, and most times the visa also it determines a lot of things. For example, people on work visa can move here and maybe get accommodation easily because they already have work. But for people that are maybe on student visa, on healthcare visa, how will they navigate looking for accommodation in the UK? How do they determine where to stay when they move to the UK?
Thank you. Accommodation in the United Kingdom is is not a child's play for a first timer. Yes, I will be talking from experience because I came in on a student visa. So as you've mentioned, visa differs. We all come on different visas. As you having a work visa, there's tendency that your employer will have gotten an accommodation for you. That is the easiest way for you to get one. But if you are coming to United Kingdom like me, a Japarian, that's how I used to call myself. So it's kind of difficult because in the United Kingdom, they want to know everything about you. Your experience in the United Kingdom counts towards you getting an accommodation. So you coming from Nigeria or what country you're coming from, the best thing is for you to probably get an Airbnb or an hotel to stay with in the main. And if you are not getting that, you must have someone in the city you are moving to. It is very, very advisable. So you'll be able to navigate and get things done on time. There are lots of registration as it is that everything is done online here. It's rare for you to walk into an office in the United Kingdom. Oh, I want to register for this. No. So you have to do everything online. So such person you have on ground should be able to put you through. And even before you get an accommodation, you must have certain things, probably your NI, your working status, your bank statements, and like that should be on ground. So you have to put this into consideration before talking about getting a family-friendly accommodation. Notes, if you're coming as a student, we have student-friendly accommodation. That's probably a
Okay.
room with a kitchen and a bedroom and the toilets, fine. So they will have known this is a student. But
Mhm.
regardless, you have to have a letter from your school. That
Okay.
coming from the if you're coming as a student, so you need to have a letter from your school. Okay, she's a student from our school, she's staying on. So you have to leave in that letter. It will be stated the number of years you'll be staying, probably a year and 6 months for 12
Mm.
months. So your landlord will get to know, okay, this is the period of time he or she is
You're
staying.
saying.
At most, you must prepare yourself for 3 months payments.
Okay.
You must prepare yourself for 3 months payments at
So can you move before you, let's say you stated that you will stay there for 1 year and that is what your letter carries. You can move out before 1 year to a better
yes.
place.
So
Okay.
one thing is you can move out, but on one hand you can't move out because
Okay.
they're going to give you a contract of a year. You're going to sign a contract
Wow.
before before the beginning of your tenancy. You're going to sign
Okay.
a contract and a tenancy agreement that this is letting out this property for a year. Man,
Yeah.
find it. So they stick
Wow.
to they stick to those kind of things. It's not as if you will sign and tell them you are not doing it again. No,
Mm.
they can find you and tell you, sorry, you told us it's for this so number of years.
Mm.
They won't even think that, oh, you're the one, you are paying for it. They don't mind. Yes, you have to make payment for it monthly, but you've told them
Mm.
you're using it for a year, so that year must become, if not so, there's a fine. You have to pay for the charges.
Wow. Okay.
It
So
happens like
with the student accommodation now, let's say as a student, let's say you are a family of four, a wife, the husband, and two kids. How would they manage living in one room? I mean, one room apartment. Is that allowed? Is there any problem? Can they manage for that long without any issue?
in
Or they have to find somewhere else?
okay, in that kind of situation, it's advisable the person that's enrolled as a student should come in first.
Okay.
The husband or the wife should come in first. They
Mm.
won't, landlords in the United Kingdom won't allow more than one person in a house that is tagged student accommodation. They expect
Okay.
it to be on, yeah, just a single person. So you can't come in with family and say you want to stay in a student apartment in the United
Hmm.
Kingdom. So it's advisable the students amidst the couple should come in first,
Hmm.
settle, attend lectures, and from them navigate. Oh, and also you staying in the apartment counts towards your experience. Whichever
Hmm.
apartment you'll be applying for in probably in the next 4 or 5 months, your
Yeah.
stay in that apartment will count. They will know, oh, she has been living here before. You have a reference.
Hmm.
You're paying your dues. You're paying the rents on
Hmm.
monthly basis. You're not owing your landlord because they're going to send reference letter to your landlord. So if your landlord just give you one kind of sorry, oh, you can't get he's a debtor,
Wow.
she's a debtor, forget it, you can't get her
Hmm.
else because you won't know about the reference. It's just
Okay.
so,
Okay.
family you're coming in. If you don't want to come alone, probably you want to move with your family. One can get, it's not as if you can get an apartment from Nigeria.
Okay.
You have to show your bank account statements.
Okay. And it
You
doesn't
know,
have to be a UK bank
no,
account statement.
it doesn't.
Okay.
But this will be your account will be running in millions before,
Okay.
all because of the exchange rates. Maybe you have 10 million in your accounts, you have 5 million in your,
Okay.
and we all know
Wow.
between me and you, all we Aquarians, we know how we run this account stuff. Whenever we come into United Kingdom, I have such an amount in your account. No,
Okay.
so let's be factual with ourselves. So it's
Yeah.
one thing, you have the money, fine. You can go ahead. They'll be convinced that okay, it's your name is there, your travel document, everything tallies. Oh,
Hmm.
if I were to be the person, oh, Tawakata Akinwale on my bank statement, on my
Hmm.
travel document as well, Tawakata Akinwale, and like that. Oh, they are convinced they can give you
Yeah.
problem.
Okay.
And in most
Okay.
cases, you have to pay like 3 months upward.
Wow.
Yes, 3 months is the least, yeah, maximum of 6 months, minimum of 3 months.
Hmm.
ever accept a month's payment from you.
Okay, that's really good.